As usual, I'm your host, Gad Ashiago, and I'm without my colleagues. But we have a special guest today. His name is Nana Arkorful, and he's one of the co-founders of Arke Global. Nana, welcome to the AfricaNEV podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. This is a beautiful platform. I'm glad to be a part.
Well, we are glad to have you. So, Nana, what is your story? For those of you who are watching us, I got a message from one of the members of AfricaNEV. In fact, the person is not even in Ghana. Like, God, who are these people? They're in Ghana. Who are they? I don't know who they are, but I will definitely find out. That is how come Nana is here today. So Nana, who are you? What's your story? What's your background?
It's a long one. You have time?
Oh yes, give us the condensed version.
I'm gonna give you the condensed version. Okay. So I'm a Ghanaian-born human being. Citizen of Earth. I don't like to compartmentalize myself to one country. I'm a citizen of the Earth, but I was born in Ghana. Um, I left Ghana when I was 7 years old. My father sent me to America. Obviously at the time, education was it was growing in Ghana, it was developing in Ghana, but it wasn't optimal. So we were sent to America to receive education, go through college. Now colleges in Ghana are beautiful, are just immaculate. But then it wasn't my father didn't even go to college. So it just shows, how the level that they were at that time, as far as implementation of collegiate sources, higher education. So after college, during college, I studied computer engineering, physics. I ended up. Okay, you want to sit behind me? Okay. So, can you turn these down? Okay. All right.
This is a very important part of the session.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
You can't,
it
you
will
can't help.
be included.
Yeah.
It will be included. Please continue.
So, everybody, this is Kyrie. This is my firstborn son. I have no other sons, but he is my firstborn. So he's say hello. Say hello to everyone.
Hi. Hi.
Okay, so.
Hi,
So, all right. So, during college, I studied computer engineering and physics, and that's where my passion for like renewable energy, it developed tremendously. Actually, in 8th grade, let's just go back. 6th grade, I built my first computer. So in technology, that's when I grew a keen sense and passion of technology. In 8th grade, I made an initiative to go back to Ghana when I got old enough and I had the right resources to start a solar company, in which I will just buy plots of land. My plan was to buy plots of land and but right behind like strip malls. And I would pitch to them that they'll save money, that they're saving the earth, and that we're doing something that like is innovative. And this was in 8th grade. This was 2005, right? So through high school and through college, I was just honing my skills in that, gaining more resources, gaining more knowledge, information. I like to look at myself as a sponge. So every day I wake up, I just soak in as much information as I can before the time I'm forced to go to sleep. If I'm just yawning to the point I just knock out, that's how I end up going to sleep most of the time. I just pass out because I'm just, the time is so important. I just need information, right? So through that time, I just gained as much information as I can, studied physics. I realized physics is the core of
Everything.
existence, right? Yeah, it's just the core of existence. So I was just like, let me learn this on a level where I can be a master, right? I can know optics well. I can know electricity and magnetism. I can know mechanics to the level of mastering. So I'm still learning. You know, you never know enough about science, enough about physics, especially. You know, the universe is still untapped. There's very little we know about the universe. So let's fast forward. I graduated in 2014. In 2015 and 17, my dad was talking about, I'm talking about solar power. He's talking about electric vehicles. All right, so he goes and
In
studies in
2014,
Las
2015.
Vegas.
Wait, your dad was talking about, you were talking about solar energy. Your dad was talking about electric vehicles. In, is it 2014, 2015, or 2015, 2016? Which was it?
So 2015 through 2017, because I don't really know. He can explain to you the
Better.
timeline. What he did was he went to Las Vegas and he learned how to convert cars. But I don't know exactly where he went. I think it was 2015. It was between 2015 and 2017 because when he returned to Ghana, he had converted a car. So he bought a Alfa Romeo from Italy, and he had it shipped, paid duties, whatever, and then had bought the conversion kit. He ripped out the engine, exhaust pipe, everything in the car that is a normal ICE, that makes it a normal ICE vehicle, and he reconfigured the car to accept EV capabilities. All right. So he resoldered, what do you call it? What do you call it when you're cutting metal?
Cutting metal, I don't understand what
Um,
you mean by that. You want to say that he reconfigured the
like
car
when you
because basically he have to
yeah, he
remove
reconfigured the car,
the petrol drivetrain,
the engine.
then
Yep.
replace it with
Yeah.
the electric drivetrain. And depending on the type of conversion he's doing, he may maintain the transmission and just maybe put in the motor,
Mm-hmm.
replace the engine with the motor, then figure out a way to
Mm-hmm.
put in the battery pack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Sorry. Yeah. So that's exactly what he did. But what I'm asking you is when you what is that process when you are using like the it's not a laser, but you're using it's a process. It's not soldering, but it's like a
Hey,
bigger version.
wording. I thought about wording.
Welding. Yeah. So he re-welded the car.
Okay.
He re-welded the car. That's a part of the process in order to create a frame to take on the controller. He sent me a video. He was highlighted on Peace FM. He sent me a video and I saw it. I was basically saying 2017 he built the Alfa Romeo, converted it to electric. From there, he was highlighted on Peace FM by, just if you go to YouTube now, you can look up Ghanaian invents. They use the wrong word, but it said he invented an electric car that will get you from Accra to Kumasi in 2 cities, which that part is true because it goes about 50 miles range, and it will get you from Accra to Kumasi. And if you charge it, like say
Wait, did you say 50 miles?
only 50 miles, so it's 240 kilometers.
Kumasi is 263. Uh, rough, yeah, around 263.
Kilometers, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, so it will get you. You maybe have to. I will charge maybe before I even get to Kumasi, but that's the range to give people the idea that it will, it can get you that distance. You know, because you can say 260 kilometers, or you could say 240 kilometers, but people will be like, "Oh, where would that take me?" So you give them the
Okay.
actual
Yeah.
towns where you can,
Reference points. I get
cities
it.
where you
I get
can
it.
reach. Yeah, exactly. So when I saw that, he sent me the YouTube video, and I saw that, I was like, okay, there's something that we have to do because my my father has innovated something. Let me put this solar energy to the side, and we can build the company through this idea, right? Because the first time I went back to Ghana, 18 years later, I was 25 years old. Um, in 2016, 2015. So I was like, I'm looking for plots of land to build solar panels, solar energy plots on. And when I saw that, when I went back home, came back home to America, home and home, I'm go between home and home. I'm always at home.
I
But
get it. I get it.
um, so when I saw that, I said, okay, this is how we start. Electric car conversion. Um, the issues that we were facing is kind of silly. So we had um, some governmental interest, right? And my dad, he went to China. He located all the companies that he would, consult with. Not even in the conversion. We just wanted to know how to do it so that we can start manufacturing it ourselves. Honestly, you know. So we went firsthand. He went firsthand and met with people. He saw it with his own eyes. He saw how it works, right? And he came back and he explained everything. It was a 19,000, some small money, $19,000
Wait,
investment,
did you guys say
and
$90,000 is a small money? Nineteen
yeah, small
thousand
money.
dollars in Ghana, it is not small. In Africa, $19,000 it is money to die for.
Yeah, and Ghana, yeah,
So please,
and Ghana is maybe a
we are
little less than that,
Africans. Yes.
120. Yeah, but I understand, but we that's thinking too small. As Ghanaians, we are bigger than the $19,000. Trust me, I don't want to have
Uh,
this like
no, no,
ceiling on our
I'm
head.
not.
19,000 is small.
In the context
A
of
hundred
the
and
projects. In the context of the project, yes. But
mm,
I am just saying that for the average African, $19,000 is
mm.
a lot
I understand,
of money.
and
So
I'm telling
let's
you
move on
that
from
the
that. It's an
average
acknowledgement.
African is thinking too small.
Okay, no problem. Accepted. Oh no, no. Acknowledge.
That's it.
Acknowledge. Yeah, that's
That's
a
it.
different conversation. So we just continue.
Yeah, it is. It is. But okay, so the money was at the point of it is the money was removed. It wasn't implemented. No one they backed out of the decision. Um, my dad was told that it was going to be used for something else with no other explanation. So we just kind of when we me and my older brother. So my older brother is also a part of the co-founders. Um, and on his side, he's more like an investor, right? So me and my dad, we are the geeks. We are the one. So um, he's an investor. So he's like he
He's a
owns
money man.
gyms in
He is
America,
a money man, and you are
and he's using the
the
renovate.
mechanics.
Yeah, we are the geek. Yeah, the scientists. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
even with with the knowledge that I've had, I'm even investing in the stock market and using the revenue from that to power this thing also. So we both, you know, have our own way of doing this, right? Um, so we went to Ghana last year and we decided we have to come up with a plan. This is how we will implement. This is what we want to do. We set these big goals up, but in between, we have to put things in place to create an infrastructure, right? Because this is nothing. Like this is not even something that is being developed to a maximum potential in Ghana. It's really not anything that has a grand scale. Like people are looking at it on a grand scale. There's innovators and early adopters that are a part of the ecosystem, like we were talking about earlier in our phone conversation. But there's no real like I wouldn't even say, you know,
Mass market.
governmental.
Mass market.
I would say governmental like backing. Yeah, exactly. So we have to figure out how to create an infrastructure. One, the best way I think for Ghana is to create a direct pipeline between education and jobs. So that's what we did. That was our solution. We wanted to make a training program. We created a training program, right, that will teach Ghanaians how to not just convert electric vehicles, but you teach them electrical engineering. You teach them chemical engineering. You teach them battery technologies. You teach them about cars, ice cars, and why this is important. You teach them about why the earth will benefit, about why the humans, its inhabitants will benefit, you know, and that's the why, you know. The why is, we all know, it's the dust and the smoke in the sky, right? That my little son has to breathe in, that my little brother has to breathe in every morning, every day throughout his life. He's breathing in smoke, fumes, right? And that's the at the underlying, you know, concept is to just clear the sky. Clear the sky of all the dust, the smoke, all of the pollution that is causing, you know, thousands of deaths every year in Ghana, and you can multiply that by another 1,000 or 100 across the continent.
Um, okay.
India, you know, places like that where you have ICE vehicles dominating. If you look at Nigeria, I'm listening.
If you look at your what?
Oh, I think I'm late because when you're responding, it sounds like I'm still talking. So
It happens. I'm sure because most likely
yeah,
we are on a satellite link, so the lag.
exactly. Yeah, so if you look at Nigeria and the taxi system and how they use these, you know, these cars, um, and you look at the sky. I'm working on like documenting this whole process. So I like every time I see a car that has, you know, smoke coming out of it, I rush to get my phone and I'm just recording it because I want to get as many of those recordings as possible. Because it's for some reason no one even knows that it's happening. No one even knows that we're doing, like, we're killing ourselves. You know, when we burn trash on the street, that's another thing. You know, I put a, a recycling bin in front of our house. It was never used.
You mean in
So
Ghana?
pure water, these in Ghana, yes. So in front of the building, And even during our orientation, we had an orientation for the training program, right? And I put a recycling bin. I said, please do not throw your trash on the floor. Throw it in this bin. If you have plastic bottles, throw it in the bin. If you have anything recyclable, throw it in this bin. And if you have trash, throw it in this bin. The recycling bin wasn't even full before you saw people throwing the trash on the floor, you know. But
Anyway,
then
anyway,
I had an idea of getting this. Go ahead, I'm listening.
what I was going to the training program. Okay, what
Yeah.
was the
So
response? What was the response? How many people came for the first training program?
so the orientation. So we start with how many people signed up. So I promoted it on Instagram.
Only.
I promoted on Instagram only. Yes. Um, and through our website. And we had
That was my question was. So you had 15 people coming to register.
mhm,
They each came to pay 810 Ghana cedis. Then also, did they stay from beginning to end, or they were just there for at the beginning and then a lot of them dropped out before the end? How long was the course, even?
so the course is 4 weeks. The orientation was it was for 2 hours. So not even everyone paid. Only the first day, the orientation, only one person paid. Because I understand everyone can't just can't cough up 810 CDs. Um, so I even allowed some people to go on scholarship, and I paid my own money to have them in the program. Um, then on the first day of class, we had more people pay, and then we decided we would make a payment system where you can pay half and pay half. So
We're saying that you came up with a payment plan.
yeah, we came up with a payment plan, and we decided, like, because honestly, it's not about the money. The 810 CDs is for us to reinvest. And what I wanted to do is buy 20 Lenovo's. I was expecting $4,000 dollars, and to buy 20 Lenovo's so that every student can have a computer, so that as we go through the program, they have something to work on. See, I'm just trying to give like the most optimal service in any way. So if I'm teaching a class, I'm going to give you a class that you can greatly benefit from. So far, our students are like, one, they're brilliant minds. I'm glad that there's a small number of people, because I was expecting more people at first. But I'm glad we have a small number of people because they are all like the best of the best. So out of the people that
The 15.
no, the 15 it's not total 15. It's about 8 students now.
Okay.
See, when I initially, so it was cut in a third, and then after orientation it was cut in half. So when I put it on Instagram and we started the class, because we had a lot of latecomers. We had about 15 more people that signed up, but there were 43 total that signed up by the time of the first class. Then we had 16 more. We have 59 now, total signees. And my solution for that is maybe do a virtual class, do Zoom meetings, where we can still teach. I can be in America, and I can teach.
It's similar to one of the things that we were thinking about, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah, so it's a 4-week class, right? It's a 4-week class. You learn electrical engineering, computer engineering, battery technologies, mechanical engineering, and EV conversion. Hands-on. You do practicals. So for me, I did 2 weeks of theoreticals, electrical engineering, computer engineering, why EVs matter, mindset, helping us understand what we're doing here. And then my father, he covered the practicals. So today, actually, we had a class today. So it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays for 4 weeks. And after the 4 weeks, you have the ability to be recruited into Arke Global, the actual company in which we do EV conversions. So we provide a direct pipeline from education to job, right?
Yeah.
So that's the basic, that's the concept of the brand right now. Yeah.
So so
We have many other like implementations that we want to, because honestly everybody wants to make an electric car so people can ride around and look cool in it. But as for me, I'm attacking the commercial vehicles. I want the taxis, the trotros. I want the small hatchback. I mean, the small pickup trucks, those very small ones. I want the big ones eventually, because those are the ones that are causing the most pollution.
because they are the ones that I use the most.
Yes, those are the ones that are on the road from dawn to dusk. You know, parents, they might be outside, they might be out for 4 hours, come back home, but those other cars are still on the road. Taxis are still on the road. Churchos are still on the road. So we look at, the pollution that's coming from these vehicles is, and the way Ghanaians, we buy the old cars from America or wherever. We buy the old cars and we paint them and we make them look really nice. Maybe even put a new engine inside. Maybe, depending on, because we like to buy the ones with good engines. We don't even care if it's scratched on the outside because we'll turn it into, another color anyway. All right. But what we don't focus on is the internal components. And if the emissions conditioner inside of those vehicles are even proper to be operated in Ghana. So in America, you have emissions tests where you have to take your vehicle to get it tested to see how much pollution is being produced through your vehicle. If it's too much, you can't drive your vehicle that year for the next 2 years. You have to get it fixed. In Ghana, there's no test. There's no emissions test that you have to go through in order to check your vehicle's pollution production rate, right? So we don't focus on that, right? And instead, when we get the cars in from America and when we get the cars in from wherever we're going, how about we convert the inside into an electric vehicle, right? We convert it to an electric vehicle. We transform it through and through, right? So I'm not talking about shipping electric cars and paying extra duty and them not knowing how to, convert it. I'm talking about the same cars that are on the road. Bring me your car. Bring me the car you already have. You paint it on the outside, make it look nice. On the inside, we handle the
Conversion.
pollution.
Okay.
We handle the.
Now, I have a couple of questions. First of all, it seems to me that, I mean, we'll have a discussion with your dad, but for you in particular, the climate aspect is very, very important for you. Because the whole EV space, there are those who are coming from the science background, there are those who are coming from the climate and environment, there are those who are basically performance vehicle guys. You get what I'm saying? So it's a mesh of people from different perspectives. And it seems from this conversation that you are attacking the problem from more of a science and environmental sustainability angle. I wonder how the reaction is to all this in Ghana because Africa, and Ghana in particular, talking about Ghana. I mean, we are interested in surviving. Where the next meal, we want a car, all this environment. Well, it's more like those who have finished eating and they're satisfied and they don't have any problems. That's when they have time to think about all this. But we are thinking about where the next meal will even come from. We are coming to talk about to us about the air is not
Yeah.
nice. How has been that experience like for you talking to people about something like this?
Well, you just explained to them. So the best thing about converting your vehicle to electric. Right. Okay. I'm gonna play the guitar. Okay. So,
That's a budding musician right there.
yeah. So the best thing about electric vehicles is they save you more money than you will ever think, right? So the average vehicle, ICE vehicle, to fully put gas inside, to fuel it, to top up, right, is 500 cities from
Hold
empty
on.
to full,
I have I can
right?
help your argument.
We're talking about,
I'll give you data. I'll give you data. You see the problem and the
yeah,
point
okay, yeah,
I'm trying to
mm,
elicit from you. You see, you can
mm,
make all the economic arguments. Yeah, people
yeah,
understand. We get it. But you see, what about brass tacks? How much will it cost to do this conversion? After I do the conversion, okay, what will be the range of the car? What will be the performance? How am I going to charge this car? There are a series of questions and
mm,
objections that I'm trying to give you see?
mm.
Can you see?
I
Oh
can
yes.
answer all of them.
Yes, cost to drive 100 kilometers in Ghana.
Yeah,
This is as of
yeah,
last year. I think we'll release one, we'll do one for January 2021. So we have this thing for I think 38 African countries. All right. So that's not a problem. All right. If you check, you
you,
realize that it tracks.
you did one
It
for a
tracks.
Cybertruck.
No.
You have the
This,
Cybertruck.
yeah, the Cybertruck is here, but you see, this reports make some fundamental assumptions in order to equalize. Okay. So
Mhm,
the key figure behind this is the vehicles, the efficiency rating. All right. So how many watt
mhm,
hours per kilometer is the car using? So from there, it's a simple function of figuring out the rates of the various then we just plug it in. And you realize that when you do the
yeah,
real world testing,
okay,
it tracks. Okay. So that this is
okay,
not a problem. When we show people these figures, yeah, they get it. But you see, it is the affordability. Basically, it's a new technology to a lot of people. And inherently, they feel
yeah.
that.
So like you said,
Well, are you going to say something or I should continue? What I'm
sorry,
saying?
like yeah, yeah. Well, I was gonna just say like you said, you have um I forgot what they call it, but there's a chart, right? There's a chart that shows
Technology
the
adoption curve.
early. Say it again.
You're trying to talk about the technology adoption curve. Let me
Yes,
see.
exactly.
I can
Yeah,
help
pull
you
it
with
up.
that one too.
Pull it up.
Uh,
Let's talk about it.
that's not a problem. Is it
Well, well,
there is
well.
something
This
that
that's we have to think about how the chart looks for Ghana or Africa,
Oh,
right?
Ghana,
Is it?
we have not even crossed 1%. So is it no, you see, I feel that it's important to get that perspective for someone like
Yeah,
you, because somebody like you sure you are Ghanaian, but you have spent a significant chunk of your life outside. So
mm,
clearly, your perspective is a bit different from the average Ghanaian.
everything. Yeah. It's
Okay.
very true. Very true.
So something that you would have thought is self-evident. You were talking to your fellow Ghanaian, and it's like, wait, what? Is that a thing? And you are flabbergasted and confused.
Fortunately, fortunately, I haven't. Fortunately, I haven't reached a person like that. In Ghana. Um, only the I wanted to mention this earlier. You told me to wait till now, but I had an issue not with EV conversions, but with getting my passport, my Ghana passport, right?
Okay.
So I went I went to the embassy, municipal headquarters. There was an appointment set up for me to go get a picture taken, do my signature, fingerprints, and everything. And I was told after my passport had been printed that because of the way I wear my hair, I'm not Ghanaian.
Actually, it's one of the things I was going to ask you about that. But that's a
Yeah.
cultural thing. Like uh, if you have dreadlocks, you tend to be profile. You know, in America, you be
Yes.
profile because you are black. Okay. In
Yeah.
Ghana,
So,
in Ghana, if you have dreadlocks, maybe I mean we understand if you see a lady with locks, but if you see a guy with locks, or maybe with ear piercings, people tend to
mm,
begin to eye you. So, hey, are you sure that guy is correct? You're basically classified as a vagabond.
yeah.
I don't know how your
I want to.
experience.
Yeah. I want to.
You know
Yeah.
what you're talking about?
It's the same. I want to help eradicate that mentality. I want to help eradicate that mentality because if you don't know me, if you don't know what's inside of my brain, you will think this and that. But it's on you to make that. I use my power and my own mind and in my resources that I have to prove you wrong. Then it will be the biggest mistake you've ever made. So I just want to tell that guy, if he continues on, it will be the biggest mistake, you know, that he's
Anyway,
ever.
anyway. That's also another conversation for another time. That's more of a cultural bias kind of conversation. But this is
Sure.
the technology adoption curve as we were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So right here,
but Ghana, we are even less than 1%. So we are early stage.
yeah, we're at early stages. And you see like EV conversion. It's a part of the innovators crowd. So it's very small amount of people. Thankfully, everybody that I've gotten into contact with has been pushing for this.
You know
Um,
the thing about EV conversions is that from a cultural perspective,
mm,
Africans,
mm,
including Ghanaians, understand the concept because there was
mm,
some time back there was this bimbola craze where people were converting their petrol and diesel cars to use gas. Okay,
mm,
I think this year or so, Nigeria announced that they want to convert about 1 million petrol and diesel cars to use gas as a methane. for free for the citizens. All right. Of course, they
Mm.
have an agenda for doing that because they want to encourage people to use more of their fuels.
Oil.
I'll link a
Oil.
video. Maybe watch my finger. Olukokun did a video on his maker channel, Think Electric Africa. So I'll link it on this video so you can see his thought and explanation about that. Just watch my finger. It is right there. Yeah. Now. So that is not so culturally strange. The problem with conversions uh, is and will be, at least for the next year, this year and next year, is the batteries. So that's conversion. What type of battery did you use? Did you use lithium ion? Did you use lead
Give
acid
me one.
battery?
Give me 1 second. Okay.
Do I even remember what I was saying?
Huh?
You remember what I was saying?
Do I remember?
I, I,
Yeah,
I, I,
you were talking about Nigeria converting.
no. Yeah, I was asking you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that's conversion projects. What battery did you use for the conversion?
Oh, he used lithium ion.
Lithium-ion batteries. All right. So inevitably, was it from laptop batteries or he bought brand new ones? Or did you get the lithium-ion batteries?
He bought electric vehicle lithium ion batteries from a company.
In China, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. That is how come. I remember you were talking about $19,000. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The average middle income person in Ghana is buying a brand new car for $35,000. Right. So the people who cannot afford to buy cars for $35,000, they will buy maybe a salvage car, like you were saying earlier, or use one for $3,000, $5,000, imported, pay their duties and taxes. And then if they are any repairs, they do all the repairs. Maybe so call everything $7,000, $10,000. All right. Why would the person now, after finishing all of that, spend between $10,000 to $12,000?
70,000.
$10,000 to $12,000. Oh, I'm saying that. So if you look at
Yeah, I
the
can hear you now though.
if you look at the conversions, if you want a certain type of performance and a range, you realize that you cannot dance around the battery issue. So the batteries make the
No.
conversion very, very expensive. I hope you understand. I do not have any doubt that for Africa, especially with the legacy cars that we have, going forward, when the price of lithium-ion batteries reach a certain price point, there's going to be a conversion
Yes.
craze.
Yes.
That will be uh, our transition phase
Yeah.
to
On
full
the
EV.
chart. Yes.
Aha!
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are thinking that the EVs. No. Those who can afford, those who can afford the 25,000 cars, they will start buying EVs straight up. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the people who have the 5,000, $10,000 budget, they will start focusing on converting their existing car because that's what will fit their budget
Mhm.
out of the gate. I hope you
Yes.
understand what I'm saying.
I understand.
So
Understand and I agree. I understand and I agree fully. You're making great points here. Um, what we focus on is the front end. Like I was mentioning to you earlier, we focus on what is cost on the front end. Yes, and I understand if you have a budget for 10,000 instead of 25,000, that you won't be able to afford the full implementation of an EV conversion.
you're talking about
But
dollars. You're talking
if
about
you,
dollars.
yes, if you factor in how much petrol that you are putting in your car throughout the year. The maintenance. If you're not doing it yourself, obviously you're buying parts and you're doing this, you're spending money. Oil changes, all right, and other maintenance, tune-ups, all these other things. If you factor those things in, you are spending 3 times the amount of money as
Yeah,
you would if you
but you see, it's the same concept as those going for a mortgage as opposed to paying cash upfront. All right.
Mhm.
The
paying
person
rent, yeah,
does not have the bulk sum to commit upfront.
capital, yeah,
Aha. So even
yep,
though the person knows that
understand.
in the long run it will be more expensive. Anyway, along those lines, the next question I want to ask you. But for now, the conversion. It means that the clients that you have, by and large, are those with, like I said, the exotic cars, those who can afford certain type of budgets. And generally, there will be people who have more than one car.
Mhm.
I'm just asking
Well,
whether that is the reality you are experiencing.
no, so say that one more time. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that the people who are coming to you for conversions currently, okay,
Yeah.
their profile, are they or are they not people who have more than one car? In fact, I also suspect more than 2 cars already. Number one. And number two,
Yeah,
people who can
they're
afford out of the
mostly
gate,
business owners.
who can afford out of the gate to spend maybe $50,000 on a Mercedes or whatnot. And also, those who are the cars they want to convert are maybe high value cars in quotes. Uh,
Mhm, mhm.
is that the reality you're
Yeah,
seeing on the
so
ground?
you're saying all of say that again.
Is that the reality you're
The
seeing on the
rates.
ground?
Yes. Yes. So actually the people who have the ability to purchase a $50,000 Mercedes Benz will just buy a Tesla. Or they will buy something that if they want electric vehicle, the people who have the money, the capital for that, will just buy a Tesla. That's the reality I'm dealing with, is that there's no real there's no real market for the conversions yet, right? So my thing is to do what I'm trying to do is, okay, I understand there's nobody that wants to get it. There's nobody that wants to get the conversion. There's a small amount of people. We've done a handful of conversions in this time span, which
Handful as in
it's
five.
baffling.
I don't know about 5 or
Less than
6
five.
for paying customers.
Less than five. Right? Yeah. So we have people who want to do it, but they talk themselves out of it. Even people with the capital to do it, they talk themselves out of it. Or is a lagging thing. So what my thing is, I want to convert the cars and put them on scale. Right? Convert them at scale, and then show the people, like, how they have the Uber services where the boss man, he owns 20 cars, right?
Okay, so you're talking
And
about a free service.
he lets drivers drive the car.
So what you're saying is that you want
Oh
to
no, not
call.
free.
No. What I'm understanding from what you're saying is that you want to convert your own cars, then release them into the world, either for commercial purposes or as some kind of
Uh-huh.
arrangement, financial arrangement, so that people get to
Yes.
experience the cars. Is that what you're
Yes. Yes.
okay?
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
but now
Because
let me ask about the 3 people who actually did the conversion. Those 3 cars I'm talking about.
mm,
What make and model of cars are they? Those three cars. Can you tell us?
The ones who have been who've already
Converted.
been converted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad can give you the full um
Details.
rundown detail, but right now all I know is there's a Pajero. There was a Pajero converted.
Okay.
That's the only one I know other than the Alfa Romeo. So
Okay.
it, like I said, it's a very at an early stage. There's no market for it. I can put, you know, I could plaster it on top of the highest building in Ghana, and I don't know if there'll even be anybody that will come the first week. But I know that the why is the most important part. The why is the cutting emissions, right? And when you focus on the why, if I focus on the why, then the how and the what would follow. So the how came right after, right? The how is to create a pipeline, to work on infrastructure, to do what as much as we can do our own selves, right? As Arke Global. Then the what will come from there. So the actual cars that we have that we own, if we or when we scale to a point of when we go from converting the cars, we've been we've been an innovative company for over 40 years. Just from you know we were the first pimp my ride in Ghana. So you would take
Okay.
your car, you put TVs inside, we put if you wanted a fish tank inside of it, you can get a fish tank. You know,
Okay.
so even then, my dad he would be taking he'd be taking like Bentleys. He would take me to school in Bentleys and like all these things because of the job he had. Um, so as we speak right now, he's working on a Rolls Royce 1970s. We're working on Teslas. There are only two in Ghana, and he's one of the authorized um, providers of solution for those Teslas. That's what we're doing right now. But we're scaling forward. We're scaling forward, and we're bringing solutions forth. And I know that I have a different perspective, but my perspective is not of. It's not that. It's not a Ghanaian perspective. It's the perspective of an innovator. It's the perspective of someone who wants to create change. Right. So we can't always focus on this is the Ghanaian way, because the Ghanaian way is not the end all be all. It's not what makes the world go round, right? And a lot of Ghanaians feel that way. Like Ghana is the place that makes the world go round. If without Ghana, the world would end.
But we are at the center of the world. Don't you know?
Yeah, Tema is the center of the world. Yes, it's
We
true,
are at the center of
right?
the world.
But imagine this. Imagine this. If we behave that way, instead of just saying, "Oh, we are at the center of the world," right? If we behave that way, if we thought like, so the Earth is naturally powering us without any more work that we have to do. The sun goes directly to Tema, 0, 0 coordinate. You have to think about what's going on there, right? Because the sun is not shining on us. It's not providing energy only to us. What it's doing is powering the core of the earth. The core of the earth is just as hot as the sun, right? So if you think about that and you are the 0, 0 coordinate, right? You are the people and you have the land that is being powered strictly. You are the source right there, right? If you don't think like we are the source and you just think, oh, Ghana is this, Ghana is this, Ghana is the land of gold, Ghana is the land of silver, Ghana is the land of oil. Yeah, we become really relaxed,
Right.
and we just expect things to
You
come to
forgot
us.
that Ghana is a land of jollof.
Coco. You're right. Yeah, Ghana is the land of jollof, and people will argue, have their arguments, but trust me, Ghana is the best.
But the people who are arguing, they know
Ghana
that
is the best.
Ghana jollof is the world jollof.
There's no competition.
Everybody likes
There's no
Ghana jollof.
competition.
Yes, so
There's no competition.
we'll rest that one over there. But
Yeah, we
I
agree.
believe that
We agree with that.
it has been a good exploratory discussion. We will be going to Arke Global's shop, so especially on the contents, some of these cars that Nana has made reference to. We will see them. We will take test drives. We will open the boot, the bonnets. I mean, we'll see what is what and what is going on. We will definitely talk to his dad. Excuse me?
I want to talk to Patrick. I want
Want
to
to
talk to
talk?
Patrick we we're having an issue with in our Alfa Romeo, we're having an issue with the charger. Excuse me. And the charger, because my little brother, he likes to charge the car. Every time he sees the battery's on 80%, he'll go and charge it until it's full. But he was using a charger that a extension cord that was given too much, and it overheated our charger. It was given too much voltage, so it overheated our charger. So I want to talk to Patrick because I want to buy one from him. I don't want to buy one from China. You understand?
Okay, so normally I will cut this part out of the podcast, but I think we will leave it in for the experts within that. This is one of the reasons why we're trying to build this community. We want an ecosystem so that the sum of the parts is bigger and better than the individual parts apart. Okay, so it's well in order. That's easy peasy. We will do that. But like I was trying to say earlier, thank you very much for your time. To all of you watching this, like I said, expect a lot of content. There will be test drives. There will be conversations with senior Abeku senior. That's the name. So expect him to give you his perspective. Maybe we'll talk to him on the shop floor so that he can explain to us what is driving him also and why he's doing what he's doing. Some will say it's a fool's errand, trying to do conversions of EVs for a non-existent market. Currently, that's a very important qualifier.
Yes.
Currently, it doesn't mean that it's always going to be the case. So, Nana, thank you very much. Any last words for our people?
I just want to say that, like I mentioned before briefly, we are the source, we are the innovators of the world. Right? Ghana was the first kingdom. So we have to use Sankofa, and we have to implement it to our fullest potential. We have to think about how we can apply our fullest potential to everything that we do. And once we get that mentality there, trust me, Ghana is already at the forefront. But our people has to meet Ghana, right? The land is there. The land is providing us what we need. But the people, our people, please, the prejudgment, let it go. I'm much smarter than you think I am, just based on my hair and my earrings. Trust me. don't allow your prejudging concepts to manipulate how you go about the future, how you progress. Let the energies that you feel within yourself be true. Don't use your eyes, use your faith. Use your heart. Okay? That's all I have to say.
All right. That's all, folks. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Peace out.